Welcome to International Green IT Awareness Week PUE certification. PUE certification is a new program being introduced by FITS, the Foundation for IT Sustainability, to look to address some of the anomalies around the use of PUE for identifying data center effectiveness. What our plan is to have a certification program which puts the PUE in context with the requirements of the data center. PUE is becoming recognised as a standard metric for identifying the power usage and effectiveness of data centres. But a PUE out of context doesn't make it relative to another data centre. The purpose of the PUE certification program is to put our PUE into context, that is, relative to what's happening within the data centre. The green credentials of data centres are becoming more important and more apparent, and hence the need for having a standard certification process. In order to create the PUE certification, we're looking at a balanced scorecard methodology where we'll measure 4 metrics on data centres. There will be the PUE, there will also be a temperature metric, delta T, we will look at utilisation going on at the data centre, and we'll look at the green energy coefficient, the amount of renewable energy procured by that data centre. The PUE measure is PUE1, which we're measuring at the UPS. This is a standard point across all data centres. And we will use the standard methodology developed by Green Grid. Delta T is a measure of how effective your crack units are operating. In which case we'll be taking metrics on the return air and the supply air and looking at what the temperature, the ideal temperature, operating temperature should be relative to the load within the data centre. The third of our 4 measures is utilisation. How much of that data centre load is currently being operated with. So all data centres have a design capacity, and we'll be looking at relative to what the power draw is. The final measure is the green energy coefficient. This is also recently introduced by the Green Grid and is a measure of how much renewable energy you are using. Now, why would this be important? If we're looking from an emissions management point of view, it really doesn't matter if you've got a PUE of 1.5 or 5.1. The thing is, if it's all done with renewable energy, your emissions are well under control. So we're bringing that 4th measure in to not only to encourage the use of renewable energy, but to make our PUE relative between data centres. So hence we now have 4 metrics to put our PUE in context. There is the PUE1, there is delta T, measuring temperature control, utilisation of the data centre, and the green energy coefficient. We believe this will become actually a new methodology and a new approach to help standardise and identify energy management at the data centre. Thank you very much.